Cecile Richards, who led Planned Parenthood for more than a decade, has died. That's according to a statement from her family.
She was 67 years old. Richards became the president of the Planned Parenthood Action Fund in 2006 and served in that post until 2018. She was known for passionately supporting abortion rights. Former President Biden issuing a statement saying, in part, she was a leader of utmost character, and I know that her legacy will continue to inspire generations to come. As the daughter of former Texas Governor Ann Richards, she was born into politics and became a labor organizer after finishing her education. It was just last year she revealed she had been diagnosed with an aggressive form of brain cancer. In a statement, her family said, in part, quote, "Our hearts are broken today, but no words can do justice to the joy she brought to our lives." Now, Richards came here to Maine in 2015, 5 years after the Affordable Care Act became law, and our Caroline Cornish got to speak with her about the law's effect on women's health and her long relationship with the state of Maine.
Do you think over the past 5 years women have more access to the kinds of health care that they need or want, or do you think that it's been going in the other direction?
Well, it's really a mixed bag, as you say. On the one hand, I would say there's more comprehensive access to preventive care than ever before. So not only women can access birth control, they can access a well woman visit, cancer screenings, basic preventive care that for many women was unaffordable or unattainable before. So that's very, very exciting. On the other side, we do see that several states, Maine is not one of them now, but my home state of Texas and some other states where legislators and politicians are really doing everything they can to take away women's access to care. I think that's a real shame, because I think we've demonstrated that when women can access family planning services and reproductive health care, they can finish school, they can get into the workforce if they want to, and they can support their family. It's just common sense. So I'm sorry to see too many politicians, I think, putting politics in between women and their health care.
Planned Parenthood does provide a number of health services other than abortion, but of course
Correct.
It's most well known for many people for being an advocate for abortion rights. Do you think it hurts your organization in terms of trying to increase healthcare access to other women, the fact that Planned Parenthood does take such a public, strong stand towards abortion?
No, because I think women think of abortion services as being part of comprehensive health care. So again, at Planned Parenthood, we're proud to provide access to safe and legal abortion. It's really important for women. But we also provide comprehensive cancer screenings, STD testing and treatment, birth control services. For many women, we're their only health care provider. And you know, the majority of people in this country know that. And that's why there's such strong support for Planned Parenthood, not only here in Maine, but across the country.
But for instance, a lot of these bills, like in Texas, they were really targeting providers of abortion, not providers of birth control or cancer screenings or things that they just sort of ended up going hand in hand.
Well, but I think that's what you see, that is, to me, the danger of beginning to play politics with women's health care, is that that is what happened in Texas, is these politicians thought somehow they were going to just go after abortion services, but in fact, the kinds of legislation that they passed was so egregious and so extreme that women lost access to cancer screenings, they lost access to their basic well woman visits, and we've seen a real public health care crisis in Texas as a result.
Another thing that Planned Parenthood has really been trying to do is reduce the stigma around abortion itself. You recently went public with your own abortion, saying this was not a hard decision for you. Isn't this a big decision for women?
It is a big decision for women, but it's a very personal decision for women. And I think that one of the things that we need to be doing more of, and I think we're seeing more of this happen, is for women who feel comfortable saying, you know, this is my story. And it's a very human story. 1 in 3 women in this country have an abortion at some time. And I think that part of the shame and stigma has really prevented women from getting access to care that they need. But it's far beyond that. I think there's a whole stigma around birth control and around sexual health services in this country. And we need to kind of take it out of the shadows and just say, this is a basic part of people. You know, and so I've been amazed going around the country, the number of women who've come up to me and said, thanks for sharing your story, and I want to share mine.
On a lighter note, you've mentioned a couple times your love for Maine. You've been coming here ever since you were a kid, right?
16 years old, that's right. It was my first time I really escaped from Texas and found out there was a place you didn't have to boil in the sun and the heat in the middle of summer. I came up from Texas, found out about Maine. I've been coming here ever since. I love this state.
What do you like about Maine other than the lack of boiling heat?
It's a beautiful place. I love the people. And in some ways, I hope this doesn't offend any of your viewers, but I find Mainers kind of like folks from Texas. They really, they're very open and warm and generous, and I found like we have a whole kind of home away from home here. It's been great.
That was Caroline Cornish in 2015.